guess that's true. I do not have better judgment. We're live, and clearly I don't have better judgment.
That's right.
It's Monday. It's 8:03 in the big city here, Central Standard Time, Cedarburg, Wisconsin. And
best day of the week.
And this is the best day of the week.
Monday.
Wow. Okay.
It is.
Let me play the theme so we can unpack that afterwards. Hi, everybody.
Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Gotta love the boing.
What are you chewing on over there?
Leftover fun size.
Oh, jeez. Breakfast of champions.
You bet. Tell Dr.
Okay. Wow. Hey, you're going to have to carry the show today, man. I'm surly.
Why?
I don't know. That's the worst kind of surly. We're like, man, I have no patience for, and here I am on this show with you. So you're going to have to carry the show.
It's a pretty good brewery in Twin Cities. If you like anything from Minnesota.
I didn't know there's something called Surly Beer.
Are you kidding?
I don't know anything about it.
What?
No,
It's one of the, I would say, larger independent craft brewers.
Okay.
It has been for years. It's excellent.
How did my path not ever cross its path?
I don't know. Doug over at the Pig. It's Pete the Axeman, or they have some. They have really cool the design, the can,
Yeah.
But the beer itself is really good.
Is it good? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
surely.
Cool.
Some of their IPAs have bite.
Oh.
But
like the BTU, the bitterness units, or whatever they call the BTU units.
I don't know. But enough about Surly. They're not underwriting this program.
They're not.
Who is? Newman Chevrolet is underwriting this week and next week.
I like that banner. Fantastic. It covers both of us.
Yes. I think it's going to get a roar of approval from the fans
I'm sure
and the fiends. Newman's been in business in Cedarburg for over 40 years, integral part of the community. And I don't know if I can say this or not. Newman is where the car buying experience is actually fun. How's that? Not bad.
That's pretty good. That's all right. I like that. I don't think that's, it's not illegal to have fun.
Newman is one of those businesses that, we always talk about the quality of life in these small towns. It doesn't just happen. It takes people, organizations to step up to donate and be part of the community, and Newman's a big part of that. They're in the Rotary Club. They Gary Newman, who founded it, his son Chad.
Wait! I have to bring this up.
You're in my car.
That's so perfect.
I know.
How did that happen? That's great.
Well, now you know. You get
Gary Newman of Newman Chevrolet.
Now you know what your assignment for tomorrow is to get.
How can you not? Why aren't they using? Why aren't they using that in all their ad campaigns? It's just low hanging fruit.
They I don't think Gary Newman's ever heard Gary Newman.
Really? Doesn't seem like his genre. Is that what you're saying? Not a big,
Gary Newman's cool. Very cool. Newman is
synth guy.
The Newman Chevrolet is NEW. I think Gary Newman is NEU.
Okay, all right. So thank heavens. At least there's something. Otherwise,
well, it's like it is so. It's so funny. Owner and proprietor of Wheeslers is Mike Jackson. He's Michael Jackson, but he's about as un-Michael Jackson as you can come.
Should we all be?
Their skin tones were remarkably similar by the time the first one.
Right. Okay, now you're getting in all kinds of trouble. My God, Mom and Dad, help us out.
In fact, I think the Michael Jackson from Gary, Indiana, probably had lighter skin than.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. Although Mike, when he introduces himself, is usually Mike, which is a good way to
smart
to put
distance yourself from any troubles. You see, the trailer came out at the end of last week for I guess they're doing a Michael Jackson movie, and big. It's I think from. Oh, I think James Foley wrote it, who writes a lot of those rock and roll biopics, or biopics, as the young kids say. And it hurts my ears when they do that, but never mind. But yeah, The trailer actually looked pretty interesting. Whoever they got to play Michael
Looks like it.
looks like he's going to do a good job. Yeah, I mean, it really seems to cover all the stuff.
It's going to be amazing to see how they can keep up with all the I suppose makeup, all the facial changes that he underwent.
Absolutely.
Through his career.
So,
Is that
good trailer.
the biopics are up, aren't they?
They were. We're going to talk about that today with the box office report because one did not do that well this weekend.
Again, Bruce Springsteen.
No, that's a dead duck. That's like I think
that was all last week.
Yeah, no, Christy Martin, the female boxer, her with Sydney Sweeney came out this weekend.
Oh,
I guess it sort of came out this weekend.
Okay,
so.
Sydney Sweeney. The first time I heard of her, she was in some uproar of an ad. Do you know about
That's
that whole thing?
Blue Jeans thing. That was weird. The whole thing was weird because it was kind of when Brooke Shields did that whole like nothing gets between me and my Calvin Klein's thing that she did, and that was. I guess that was controversial. I don't know. So Sydney Sweeney basically did the exact same thing, and I guess it is perceived, possibly wrongfully, it's two adverbs next to each other, that she had declared some sort of allegiance to a right-wing ideology, which actually has never happened. She's wise and smart to say, "Oh, I'm not talking politics. Just look at my gorgeous hair." I'm not to talk about anything substantial, and I have a career to maintain. So she's never really proclaimed any sort of doesn't talk politics. Again, very wise of her and her publicist or whatever. But for some reason, it was perceived that she has, and so it was a whole thing. If you look at it and just read the whole Sydney Sweeney Blue Jeans ad controversy, is stupid. Just look at it like this is stupid.
Then we've given it way too much,
far too much oxygen. Yes,
right now. But I saw when the Springsteen thing was just about to come out. They said there was a complaint. There's always a complaint,
of course,
and it's like only white men are getting their biopics. I was going to say Michael Jackson might solve that, but not.
But I mean,
right?
I'm looking a little red this morning, so I don't know. You can't win with the whole Technicolor. Depends how the cameras were calibrated. I have no idea.
Good thing he didn't have a Technicolor raincoat.
That's right. That didn't work out well for him either.
We also want to talk about Mr. Bob's.
I think we should.
Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge. I ran into Les Filer and Dave Pethke, who are They've volunteered passionately for Mr. Bob's for over 10 years, and they are the co-executive directors, completely volunteer, do a wonderful job. It was yesterday I ran into them, and they said, "What are you doing now?" I said, "Oh, I have some work to do, blah, blah, blah." And they said, "Well, they were going to Mr. Bob's to get some of this part of the warehouse stuff ready for tonight from 4 to 6.
Sorting night.
Yes. Mondays 4 to 6. And
unless you're going, then it's sorted night.
I'm proud of that, actually.
All right.
But 4 to 6 p.m. at the Ozaki Nonprofit Center in Grafton. It's on Dakota Drive. I was going to say Apache Drive. That's not right. Dakota Drive. I thought, we talk about check the list, but I thought what we do is maybe take an item or two and talk about it instead of just saying it. Something you might not realize that they need are luggage, backpacks, and purses. Now, you wouldn't think, what the hell would they need luggage for? The homeless people? Well, they're on the move always. So backpacks, suitcases that have rollers, they don't have to be in great shape, decent shape, gently worn, I guess, or gently used.
Exactly.
But those make a huge difference. The backpacks for the kids, oh my
gosh,
I would
think so.
You see those kids there, and they're like, oh my God, you got it. So that, and also,
you got to live out of it. You're asking these people to live out of it. That's what
right.
it is. And
that's exactly what
how
it
do you
is.
feel about it?
Yeah. And it just it really helps people. Hygiene product, personal hygiene. What does that mean? Toothpaste, soap, shampoo, deodorant, travel size if you have it.
For sure.
But these must be unopened. These cannot be used. The hygiene stuff has to be completely unused. But just a couple items that you wouldn't think of. I would, I until I was volunteering at the outreach, I thought, oh my God, of course, backpacks and luggage help so much.
Yeah.
And very, very, very needed. So give what you can. Les and Dave have given over 10 years to Mr. Bob's. We're not asking you for 10 years. Check your closet for some gently used things you don't use. If you have a few extra bucks that you can donate, that you can donate online as well. So Mr. Bob's underthebridge.org. Please give what you can.
If you're a traveler, from this era, you probably have some luggage laying around. This is an original Southwest Airlines. I mean, the airlines are struggling. If they went this route again, I feel like
That's
they do
Southwest.
okay. Yes, in a very early Southwest. Yeah, I call them like the Southwest Angels, I guess, like Charlie's Angels.
See, that guy Herb Kelleher was something else. No better airline for love or money. That was just you just can't beat it.
I mean, free drinks on weekday flights. Let's let that sink in a little bit, shall we? Free drinks.
At one point, they had a promotion where they gave away a free bottle of wild turkey for all these flights and they became the biggest for like a month. They were the biggest liquor buyer in Texas. Because it started in Texas. It was only Texas. Hey!
I mean, you gotta have fun. That's what I'm saying. Just like over at car buying over at Newland.
That's
you
right.
gotta have fun.
Gotta have fun.
That's
why Monday's so important.
I'm getting less surly. This show is working. Keep going. You're doing well.
Do you want?
What else you got?
Yeah, this is what else I got. 174 years ago this week, so it's actually Friday, but since Monday's the best day of the week, I want to talk about it. On November 14th, 1851, Moby Dick was published.
Talking books. We like that here at the Cedarburg Public Library.
Have you ever read Moby Dick?
I have, much like Ahab and the White Whale. That book is also my white whale. I have not conquered it yet. I want to. I really do, and it's going to happen.
I read an article saying how influential it is because it was so unusual and the stuff
it is.
that
It's a weird book.
it is.
It's not what you think. It's not an action adventure book. Like the whole thing is like very interior and like and that's, I think people pick it up saying, hey, this could be a whaling, but hunt on the open seas, and there's a little of that, I guess. But
he actually did join the Merchant Marine and was on the high seas. Before Moby Dick, he had two bestsellers based on some of his
was
adventures.
that Taipei and Omu?
Yeah.
Now it's funny, those I've read. I actually read those. I have.
Oh, tell me about them.
They are basically the whole going to a strange new universe of a Polynesian setting, and they're written like they're memoir more so than fiction, but I'm assuming again he's pulling from a lot of personal experience. But
yes,
they're not exactly what I call riveting. I read them in the most interesting way. I was working in college a factory job, which, as you know, is very soul stirring. And third shift, no less, because you really want to punish yourself. And
third shifters are watching us right now, baby.
That's probably true. I'm sorry, everybody. But I read those because it was just great. I needed an escape, and I stumbled on at Half Price Books, probably on Brown Deer Road, and I would cram. It's a perfect paperback experience. I'd cram it in my pocket. And then on like 15-minute breaks, I'd read about these really exotic locales with the tribes who are attacking and flying arrows, and so it was a good escape, but it's not something I would want to revisit ever again.
Well, Taipei was published in 1846. It was a bestseller. Taipei, yeah,
I'm not sure.
It was a bestseller. Omu was a follow-up, sold even better.
Yeah.
And then that's when he came out with Moby Dick. He poured everything into Moby Dick.
Yeah.
And
actually, it was a lot of short stories, and his short fiction is good. It's actually it was a big one that they always rammed down your throat in the college circuit. Bartleby the Scrivener. That's a big required story, either high school or.
The critics said Moby Dick was absurd, repulsive, and it sold poorly.
It did, yeah, that's true.
So he was so not hurt. The sales were down, so he went and then became a customs inspector in New York for $4 a day. He was so,
TSA. He became TSA. Excellent.
He was inside when he died in 1891. New York Times didn't even get it. They called him Henry Melville.
Jeez.
It wasn't Herman.
Wow, slap in the face.
Yeah, 1920s.
Almost
Scholars.
as bad as doing the John Henke show like I do.
There you go. I like it. They rediscovered it in the 1920s, and since then, it's become one of the, cited as one of the greatest novels of American literature, taught all in schools all over the place.
Yeah.
It has not been out of print since, and millions have sold. He didn't know. Somewhere he's not laughing because I'm sure he's going, "I told you so." Repulsive. I'll give you absurd. I'll give you repulsive.
Saying, "Show me the money."
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. But there's so many, so many unknown, like Emily Dickinson. She was unknown.
Yeah, without a doubt.
What did she do? 18,000 poems or something, and nobody knew.
Yeah.
She
with
was
the same meter. Everyone has the same meter. Her poems basically are the same, so that works out well. But yeah, well, I'm glad you brought that up because we have something here at the Cedarburg Public Library. Cross marketing. We call it Coffee, Cookies, and Classics. We've been doing the classic stuff, and we did William Makepeace Thackeray's Vanity Fair back in let's say September, and that was actually I was sort of that was another white whale novel. No whales show up in the novel. A particular one.
That's the other thing about Moby Dick. People call the white whale. Everybody knows what the white whale means, all because of Moby Dick.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. Well, and every morning at 8 a.m. I have to, deal with the white whale.
Maybe they can do a biopic on Herman Melville and really piss everybody off. So you did Vanity.
So we did Vanity Fair, and
you liked it.
I loved it. It was. No, I mean nobody. Probably born after 1920 has or it has a slightly better shelf life because I think the BBC adapted. They did adapt it, and it's a really good. If you don't want to read it, I'm not saying you should or have to, but it's nice if you can attempt. But the BBC adaptation is actually terrific, and it's very funny. The book is side splitting, and the adaptation side splitting. Michael Palin from Monty Python plays Thackeray himself, and briefly in the show, but. It's just a comedy of manners and really pokes fun at the aristocracy, which is, never in short supply these days. So
British,
hey.
And so like an American thing would be like earnest, the importance of being earnest, like
that kind of thing. Definitely, yeah. Yep. So that's really good. We're doing the Dickens Christmas stories soon for the Coffee, Cookies, and Classics. Bit, and then
have you actually read A Christmas Carol?
I have not. I mean, I've seen every adaptation movie wise.
Yeah, I've not.
That's what this is about. This is about actually,
That's what it's about.
It's about
Jackie
admitting.
Doing a classic.
It's about admitting that you haven't read them because everyone's like, "You haven't read," and and this is a judgment-free zone.
And you work in a library.
I know.
You call yourself a librarian.
Hey, I read American Psycho and Fight Club. So, leave me alone. But we're talking so much about Moby Dick here, and I did intend that to be probably, I think that'll be our summertime. If we do it in the summer, we might have to wait for the autumn, but that'll be coming up. We're going to do that. I had fully intended to attack Moby Dick. So
really?
Yes. So if you want to be cool at cocktail parties,
I want to be cool. I also want to know why "Call Me Ishmael" is regarded as one of the best opening lines in literature.
Well, we're going to talk about that at Coffees, Cookies, and Classics. So you should come on down.
Call me Jack.
And these are chunkers. These books are chunkers. They're big ones. Like Vanity Fair was about 800 or 900 pages. But there's a way of reading those where it's not so daunting. I mean, if you do
every third page.
Yeah, sure. And Henke gets an F. So no, but it's close to that. It's just if you do, you make forward progression. You do 20 pages a day. Just think how much you can get done, and with that. So
unabridged.
Yes.
Moby Dick 467.
That actually is not. Yeah. Vanity Fair was double that. But I hear the topics and prose therein is probably a little weightier in some ways than Vanity Fair, because Vanity Fair is essentially a lark. I mean, it's and Vanity Fair is essentially a scandal rag published in book form. It was like that's what it was. It's just like, oh, did you hear about it? And the narrator gets very involved in the story. It's not part of the story, but it's just like, I'm sure they're doing just fine after what they did to her. It's real snarky. It's surprising. I mean, it's extremely contemporary. It's kind of how we all talk now, and I think you can point to Vanity Fair for that. I'm surprised the magazine took its name from that book because it's not exactly flattering.
Yeah, nobody knows what the hell Vanity Fair comes from. I'm pretty sure of the magazine.
I tell you, the first word is all you have to know. Vanity.
This is funny in Moby Dick explanatory notes. Facts and references are loose fish, but someone has to gather them up. That's how he starts the facts. I mean,
nice.
Herman.
A million keeper lines in that book too that I'm excited to uncover and unearth. So yeah, there's a movie adaptation too, which you are allowed to do in our classics. We don't demand that you read the book if you're just like, I don't want to do that. But if you want to watch the movie version or watch a television, a serialized television version, go for it.
There's a Moby Dick movie. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, Gregory Peck, about 1960, written the screenplay, one of the only screenplays made by my man, Ray Bradbury. Bradbury got tapped by John Huston, hired him to write.
Talk about an all-star duo there.
I know, right? Exactly. The trio, Gregory Peck, John Huston, Ray Bradbury. And the movie, actually, it's good, but I wouldn't exactly call it great, only because it seems like that book just doesn't lend itself to a good adaptation, Yeah. So what are you going to do? But
they rarely do.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of all that, we should cover the weekend box office, which is what we do here on a Monday. Jack's favorite day of the week. He must need a lobotomy or something. I'm not sure why this is the case, but that's fine. And let's take a look here. I think I got the numbers. Hang on, bear with me. There we go. It was a Predator weekend, Apex Predator weekend from the box office. It went very well. It exceeded expectations with a $40 million haul, which is more than I made this weekend. I'll tell you that much. So $40,000.
I have no interest. You're a horror guy. Is that horror?
It's not. It's more sci-fi. That one absolutely is sci-fi. They did a weird thing with that movie in that. I mean, have you seen the original with Schwarzenegger?
I never have.
It's fun. I mean, it's a classic 80s, but very R-rated action film of that era. So you're looking at Stallone and Cobra and Bruce Willis and Lethal Weapon and all that kind of stuff.
I've never been a fan of when action movies are okay with me, but like when they start going after creatures, it's like.
Well, you have a very, very specific film taste.
I do.
I like action, but there can be no creatures.
Well, I
like guns, but not swords.
Yeah. So it's overrated.
Yes, exactly. No samurai movies for you.
I like Schwarzenegger. One of his finest Oscar-winning performances was in Commando. That was that was a movie.
See, I actually think you would like Predator, the original Predator, then, because Predator and Commando to me feel very much the same type of movie. The creature stuff isn't the main draw in some ways, actually, until the end. And you have a great supporting cast in the original Predator with Carl Weathers and the vastly underrated thespian Jesse the Body Ventura.
He's still alive?
Governor. Yeah, he is. I've seen him. Actually did some interviews when Hulk Hogan passed a few months ago. So
he had one of the greatest lines ever when he was governor of Minnesota. He was doing some far-ranging interview, and he said, religion is a crutch for the weak-minded. That's what his quote was.
It was followed by "Thank God I'm me."
Yes.
So number 2, another a book adaptation in its own right, "Regretting You," which is one of those Colleen Hoover things. And
how's that tracking? It's what they expected?
Again, actually making a lot of money over time. It didn't blow up exactly, but it's already up to about 40 million, which for a romantic drama,
she has good. So many fans. I'm surprised it's not like setting records.
Yeah, she did. Honestly. She did. She was a little flash in the panish. I think that they're
really
sort of
already?
It's starting to. I don't see the. I think she'll always be around, like the Twilight books or something. They're just always around, and they have a resurgence. And if she puts a new book out, maybe that'll spike. But I mean, for a small time, we were not a public library. We were just the House of Hoover.
Well, her story is great. I like her story, and
yeah, it's a very good story.
I don't know her. Margot read one of her books, said it was okay, and she gave it to me, and I kind of went,
Yeah, that's how I
Everybody
feel.
has different tastes. That's cool.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
not. I don't think we're the intended audience per se, but
True.
yeah. So that's doing very well. At number 2, we're looking at number 3 with Black Phone 2. Speaking of horror, I have not seen it yet, but I'm becoming more and more intrigued. That's from that Blumhouse. Jason Blum is the production house behind that, and they're an interesting. They strictly do horror, and they do low budget movies that make a pretty good profit every single time. And so he has a really good business plan as opposed to the usual Hollywood stuff of like, we need $1 million opening weekend. He's like, no. We'll make a movie for $5 million that makes $15 million. And we'll just do that again and again and again. And you wind up making continual profits.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's a really good business plan that Hollywood probably may have no choice but to get behind at some point. So kind of interesting. Rounding out the top 5, we have Sarah's Oil, which I know nothing about.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't either. And then I guess Nuremberg, which I guess is the new version of the old what was that Spencer Tracy, William Shatner movie from the 60s, Judgment at Nuremberg, and another take on. I guess Russell Crowe is brilliant in the movie and will probably be nominated for something. But that is obviously a real. Yeah.
Anything about probably not Blue Moon? Is that anywhere? Was that ever?
That was more. That's down there. Actually, if you look, I just moved the list. That's number 20. Hasn't made a lot of money, but I don't think it cost a lot of money. It's from Richard Linklater, who does makes dirt cheap movies, and so it's probably fine as an art house movie. That's about exactly where you would expect it to be. But most tellingly is that Sydney Sweeney vehicle. It opened at 11, which is really bad for a new movie. That's a big studio thing, and it made just like $1.3 million. The per screen average is something they always look at, and the per screen average, that movie per screen across America made $648. Now that I think I did actually make more money than that movie this weekend. So that's cool. I think so. I don't have to look. I have to check my books again.
What about, is Good Fortune on there anywhere? I'm curious about that.
Oh yeah, that's also probably on the back end of its run.
Yeah.
There it is, number 15, and it cleared about 16 million so far total, which again for a comedy, that's okay. It's probably not. But everyone with comedies these days are like, oh, I'll just wait till I get to Netflix, which is kind of unfortunate because it's nice to get out of the house every now and then, I think.
Right. Speaking of which, I think the Holiday Film Festival has started
I think it's just kicking off. Well, it should, because you see what happened in Kenosha and Racine. Look at our nice sunny skies today here, and it's crisp out, but those guys got dumped on overnight. Some weird supernatural.
It's like a narrow band.
It's weird, like ghost band of lake effect snow, pulverized, definitely in parts of Illinois, but right after Racine, it just kind of goes whoop over the lake. Nothing, So, my lovely lady lives in Kenosha, and she sent me pictures this morning of her driveway, and then I sent her some of mine. I don't know if she's talking to me.
I suppose you're gonna hike right down there with a shovel.
Absolutely,
after work today.
That's right. Absolutely, that's what a good boyfriend does, right? No, I won't. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, but hey, you know what else? We're wrapping up here. I have to rave about something. I went to my Zoe, my kid, was on stage crew in Port Washington at the Port Washington High School for Mamma Mia, which is a show that I'm never been a huge fan of.
Yeah,
I've seen the movie and I'm like, all right, that's fine. This was amazing. The explosive talent, and it's a high school production because they're the sets are a little creaky, and they do the best they can, of course, with what they have. But the level of singing and performance was, I mean, my eyebrow, it was American Idol, The Voice type stuff here. This was huge. It was amazing. So, good job, kids.
No kidding.
You
love that.
It was amazing. It was, and if you can make someone like me who doesn't like Mamma Mia a fan, I was like, that was amazing. You've done something very special, because this whole fuddy duddy was like, Mamma Mia, okay. I sounded like you, like for most of the way drive there.
Did Zoe learn anything? Is she happy with the experience?
Oh, tons. Yeah, she had a great time. And it was, their final performance was yesterday afternoon, and there were tears all around, of course, because it becomes this little family for like 2 weeks. You're living in a very pressure cooker type situation, and then
2 weeks. It's a lot longer than that. Those kids put in the work. I mean, I never realized until my my
your kid was
son,
deep
yeah.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is like total immersion for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then when it's over, it's like they crash. It's
Yeah,
like,
you just
oh,
fall
no.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to. It's funny. After the show, I have to call someone in today who will not be showing up at the office. Got to make up some kind of ailment. You know?
Show's over.
Sorry, my kid has beriberi.
The show's over flu.
Absolutely.
That's what she's got.
Good stuff.
Yes.
So there we go. Good stuff. Hey, speaking of Port Washington, we hope on this week. This week I'd like to get on the folks who are staving off a data center. That would be interesting to hear their story and what they're doing. And so hopefully this week they'll be a guest on this very show. So we'll see what's going on in Port. That's making a lot of news. And Lord knows if something's making the news, Henke and I want to show up and stick our noses right in it.
And Wednesday we'll have AJ
Right
again,
on.
and he's on a roll, which is great. He just had another college speaking gig or high school gig.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Ozaki High School last week.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Very, very good.
Very good.
On deck, Lisa Curtis is going to be joining us from the news graphic.
Busy week. All right.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, you want to make sure you get out of bed, or you can just watch the rebroadcast. That's fine too. But
and
live is
it,
better.
And watch it.
Yeah, repeatedly. We love those numbers. So
we also want to get Russell Meyer. We got to have him and the Dogfather. Those are
the big scores.
Yeah.
All right. Getting on the real heavy hitters. I like
that's
that.
right.
All right. Well, folks, that's a show. It is 8:30. Go out there and do something nice. Even better, go to Mr. Bob's tonight and help sort. Can you just show up tonight and start sorting, or do you have to? Okay, I mean,
no,
I'm here.
It helps if you sign up and go ahead of time. But I'm sure they would find something for you to do.
Yeah.
But
push a broom.
If you can't do that, if you have some items, please go to MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org. Check the items that they're looking for. This seasonality is important, and drop them off either today, 4 to 6 p.m., or Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Grafton Nonprofit Center on Dakota Drive, MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org. And we want to thank our friends at Newman Chevrolet, NewmanChevrolet.com.
Thanks, car people.
Yes, they are our underwriter this week. And they do good shit in the community all the time.
This is what I hear. You see them all. I mean, they're always out there at Strawberry all the festivals, and
they've really helped Mel's Charities a lot. Nice. I know. So
excellent,
really good.
And they're helping their local public library, and that's cool.
There you go.
That's the way to do it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Back tomorrow, Tuesday show, because tomorrow's Tuesday, so tomorrow is the Tuesday show.
Second best day of the week.
I figured that all myself. All right, everybody. Have a good one. We'll